What the?
What are you doing?
Oh my
I
god.
don't even know what's going on.
All right, Capricorn, let's get to your tarot torture. I am a medium, so that means I can communicate with those in the other zip code. I will let you know if someone comes through. If no one comes through, it doesn't mean that they don't have a message for you. It just means that they're not talking to me. All right. It doesn't mean anything. I don't hear from my deceased loved ones all the time, although I've got a very close connection with them and I hear from them often. Obviously, I don't have to really tune into them because they're already around me. If one of your loved ones comes through, they're going to have a very specific message for you. They will give you information that only you could verify. They will give me their name. I will be able to describe them to you. All right. I'm getting some of my collectives names. All right. So, ooh, 5 of Cups in reverse. Somebody healing. Okay. I've got the gain turned up on my AI mic so that you can hear the cards and all of that. Hopefully you don't hear a whole lot in the background because the wind is blowing and the blinds are chattering. Okay. Someone is or is associated with the name Jordan. Jordan is associated with the movie Taps. I've got Braxton. Braxton is associated with the song China Girl by David Bowie. Got somebody listening to me who's Chinese. Oh, little China girl. Oh, little China girl. Okay, I've got Nancy. Nancy is associated with Smokey and the Bandit, that show. Can you tell how old I am? I've got Luanda. Luanda is at the movies or recently went to the movies. Kansas. Wichita. All right. So let's see what we've got for you. I hope nothing crazy happens because I don't want this reading to take forever because I want to upload it to you so that I could get plenty of to you. So we had that craziness with air signs. I just saw the 3 of Swords. Someone is experiencing heartbreak. I hope we don't get a whole lot of this Swords energy because the air signs have been naughty. Not all of them, obviously, just some of them. I don't know. Maybe it's because we're coming up on a Mercury retrograde season here in July. This is a timeless reading, but what I say will resonate to you when you hear this. Braxton might be associated with somebody dressing up in bobby socks, somebody wearing a 50s costume, somebody who was either born in the 50s or is in their 50s. Okay, so let's draw your cards. So for your card, we've got the Emperor, 5 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Ace of Wands. You see these cards before I do because you're watching the visual and I'm channeling. Someone is thinking heavily about someone in the past. Someone from the past, a relationship from the past that caused a great deal of harm. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to stop clarifying for now, and I'm going to see if I can silence some of the channeling. I don't mean that I'm blocking dead people. It's just that I want to get through the reading and see how much I can get, just in case this gets crazy and goes sideways. All right, so for your theme for the week, Capricorn, you guys tend to be wonderful and steady. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to this reading. I like Capricorn people. With the Emperor upright, Capricorn, you're stepping into your power this week or this next period or whenever you hear this. Someone has a toxic ex. Someone's toxic ex. Who's the Cancer? Someone is healing from the dreaded disease, Cancer. I apologize if your health has not been steady. Slow healing, though, huh? Slow healing. I'm getting somebody with the initial J who is either terrified of going to jail or experience something horrific in jail. Jail isn't pleasant, is it? All right. The Emperor is all about structure, authority, and confident leadership. I see you standing tall in your domain, ready to make decisions and take control. This card invites you to trust your inner authority, okay? You've built your foundation, and now it's time to claim it fully. Got a maternal presence. Someone is reminding you that you are a leader. Step into that without an apology. Without apology. This week's energy, or this period's energy, take it as you will, is all about responsibility, yes, but also about owning your role with dignity. Who is the Cancer? I know I get, cross watchers and different placements. You could be a Capricorn stellium, all right? Who's arguing with Jim? Somebody is arguing with Jim. Oof. Is Jim the Cancer? There's an argument with Jim or about Jim or James. The truth is coming out. I hate to say this, and it's not that I'm insensitive. It's just I'm going to get through this. If someone is cheating on you, you will find out. Especially if you're the one with the Cancer placement. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Almost, okay? Okay, I'm going to switch decks because this one feels nice and cool. The way I like it. Don't think I don't. I don't want this getting crazy. All right. We're going to switch to the Housewives Tarot. So for your challenges, clarifying that 5 of Wands in the upright, conflict may arise, whether external or internal. 5 of Wands points to competition, disagreements, or even just like the tension of clashing ideas. Spirit would say, don't let small bottles. Bottles. I should have said battles. Somebody's drinking. Is the argument with a Jim or a James about their drinking? I've got the Death card in reverse and the Chariot card in reverse. The drinking isn't over. I mean, the active phase of somebody with significant drinking, or else it wouldn't come up. I don't generally get energy like that unless it's somebody who's drinking a lot. So don't let all bottles. That would mean pretty strong alcohol or battles. distract you from your very big goals, okay? You may find yourself defending your vision or wrestling with frustration. The challenge, I would say, would be to choose your battles. So choose your fights wisely and keep your eye on the prize. I'm sensing a spirit guide who also faced many challenges like the ones you're going through. Maybe a warrior figure? A warrior offering you courage and resilience. I've got the 3 of Pentacles. Somebody's working on a house. Somebody's doing construction on a house. Somebody's building a house. Queen of Cups flew out. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. She could have black hair, red lips. She's putting an ice cube in a cup. But she's not over drinking. She's aware of somebody over drinking. Somebody's doing construction or needs to make a repair. This seems to be the happy type, the productive type. It doesn't seem so far to be like a disaster. Who's the warrior? Ooh. 10 of Swords in reverse. Somebody is refusing to see that something is over. Maybe the warrior energy. I've got the world sideways. You know that world card has been flying out sideways quite a lot. Maybe that warrior figure is the one who's drinking, who is refusing to understand that a situation is ding-dong dead. Why do I want to say ding-dong, the witch is dead? All right. This warrior figure wants you to be courageous. Okay, be brave. If you are this person refusing to let go and drinking too much, someone from the other side is trying to get your attention. Don't do that. You know, a drink here and there, okay. A bender once in a while, especially if you're going through something, I get it. I'm talking about persistent drinking, daily drinking to the point where you don't feel so good. I've got, the Devil in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the 6 of Cups. A drinking card. Nostalgia, the past. But in the Housewives Tarot, this definitely has 6 tall glasses of pink lemonade. Somebody having a margarita? Fool in reverse, something was a false start. Devil in reverse, somebody is trying to stop this addiction or their impulses. 10 of Cups, because, you know, things can get better. Things can feel better. Now, the 10 of Cups also has a whole lot of drinks on it. I've got a martini. I've got a brandy. I've got something that looks like a daiquiri. I don't know all my liquors, okay? I've got a big old glass of wine that looks like punch. What else is on this card? I have the Lovers reverse. Somebody feels like they made a choice in love that was just wrong. Okay. For your finances and that 4 of Pentacles in the upright, money feels tight or guarded this week or this period for you. Whenever you find this, 4 of Pentacles is about holding on, sometimes too tightly. So you need to examine your relationship with security and control. Are you hoarding resources out of fear? I got a hoarder or somebody with some impulse spending issues in the Sagittarius reading. Are you related to the Sagittarius reading? There is space to loosen your grip and let the abundance flow, but is it going to be there if your house is full of stuff? This card isn't a warning to be reckless, but a reminder that true security comes from balance, not clutching. Oh, Braxton is associated with somebody who had a practical mindset. Someone older, encouraging the middle path. You know, the card that flew out is the Sun card, so I think your finances are going to turn around, Capricorn. Now let's get to the romance. I want to celebrate with something special if we can get through this without having any crazy stuff. Got the Hermit. The Hermit invites quiet reflection. So this week might be less about outward connection, more about inner knowing. If you're single, this could be a time to focus on self-discovery before jumping into new relationships. If you're partnered, perhaps you or your loved one needs a bit of space to process feelings or recharge. Who's British? I almost said process. Is that how the British say process? Do I even have that country right? Someone's Brit. I love them so much. You know, of course, their accent turns me on. It turns everybody on. How can it not turn you on? But then they say that my accent turns them on. I don't know how that works. If you don't want to hear from someone from your past, then don't listen. All right? Don't answer the phone. Don't unlock the door. How do the Brits live? They live in flats. Flats. And to us Americans, flats are shoes or tires. I've got the Six of Wands. Victory. Somebody's going on vacation. Somebody's taking a trip. Somebody's going to clean that house up and take a trip. Where are you going, Capricorn? Where are we going? Your neighbors are going to think this is great if we spruce up your flat. All right. What else? Something pops out here. You know that hermit is upright the way that it bounced off my wrist? But it was about to land sideways. I think that you're coming out of your shell, Capricorn. Let's see. Do I get anybody else coming in? All right. Let me give them space because I'm kind of going fast. Not that I want to make your reading fast. Who's Charlie? Oh, there was a glitch there. Who's Charlie? Charlie just glitched my microphone. Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. That's a movie. Steve Martin. Maybe Charlie liked Steve Martin. Why am I getting movie references? I'm getting movie and show references. Who's Kendra? Kendra. Two of Cups. Was Kendra the person you were in a relationship, or was it... Let's see if I get any other names. Charlie, I think, is in spirit. Charlie feels like he's in spirit. I've got Richard, Paola, Nelda, Valerie, Miranda listening to me, and someone with the last name Diaz. Maybe they go by Diaz as a first name. The cards that you just heard bounce out of there is a Justice in reverse. And here again is the World. The World came out nice and upright. Something will turn in your favor. Eight of Pentacles in reverse just popped out. Do you paint? Do you paint? Come over to my apartment and let's paint because I'm bored. Oh, I've got a lot to do. Justice card in reverse is one of them. Someone was spanked as a child, perhaps with a wooden spoon. Someone's mother could have had black hair, a black bob. Boy, she looks like me right there. I didn't spank you. Do you want me to? Someone had red hair or was the proverbial red-headed stepchild. Maybe somebody was a naughty child. But something that isn't fair or hasn't been fair will be made fair, okay? Maybe you needed a paddling. I don't like spankings. I'm still sorry to this day that I enlisted my second husband to spank my firstborn because I didn't understand what was going on with him. I wish I'd not done that. Please don't spank your children. That was the Eight of Pentacles again in reverse. Work is slow or not enough work coming in, and then out comes flying the Hermit again in the upright. Don't recede. Don't crawl back in. I've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. You may have difficulty making those travel plans, or the plans are made now and the travel is made closer to the end of the year. I've got the Nine of Pentacles. You've been self-sufficient and on your own for a while. So maybe this person from your past who's trying to bother you is like going to creepy crawly come on out. I've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. That's your card. That is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. In the reverse, this person could become very overfocused with money, finances, possessions, accoutrement. Maybe you wear a crown. Maybe you smoke a pipe. Maybe you've got a small dog. The King of Pentacles could also refer to your ex. So maybe you are dealing with a King of Pentacles, a male, cute guy, who would rather sit on the lounge in the United States. Why is somebody here is a Brit? Somebody here is British. Somebody here is from the UK. Okay. I haven't watched any. Well, I did watch as Queen Elizabeth this morning. There was another glitch. Charlie is the dead guy. That's also a fragrance. And they called it Charlie. Okay. I've got the 9 of Cups upright. Somebody's got his eye on a woman. Somebody's got his eye on a woman. And this is not a woman who is a drinker, because these cups, beautiful crystal cups, are empty. These goblets, these water glasses. Somebody has Waterford glass. Somebody is born around Christmas, associates very strongly with Christmas. 6 of Cups in reverse. Maybe this is a woman who used to drink, but she doesn't drink now. Maybe you used to drink, but you don't drink now because the situation that was making you drink is over and you've resolved it. Ooh. All right. Okay, so for your solutions, well, let's see if I get anything else. You know, solitude is not loneliness when we're talking about relationships. Focus on self-discovery before you jump into new relationships. It's okay to take years between them. I might take a decade between one. If you're partnered, you or your loved one needs a bit of space. We know that. Somebody needs to recharge. Somebody needs to remember that solitude isn't loneliness. I understand loneliness, sweetheart. Oh, I've got an older spirit presence. I don't know if this is Charlie. Values wisdom and patience. Love grows deeper with time and reflection. That's what she's saying. That's a female on the other side. Oh my goodness. Got the King of Pentacles in the upright. You used to drink a lot if you are the male listening to me, and you don't drink like that anymore. You've decided that you want to have fun here in the real world. Make your money and spend it. Some of you spend money as fast as it comes in, even though you're a Capricorn. Oh my. They're face down, so I'm not looking. Oh, thank you, Capricorn, for this not being a reading. Got another. That's Charlie. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this. That's Charlie. Capricorn, this week or this period is about owning your power and leading with intention. The Emperor, that card grounds you in strength, but the 5 of Wands reminds you to navigate conflict without losing focus. Finances ask for balance between security and flow. Don't hold too tightly. Don't, blow it all in one place. Labels don't mean anything unless they mean something to you. I like excellent quality clothing because when they touch my body, it feels better. But I will also go to a thrift store. It doesn't matter to me. But I do like things. Somebody has very nice skin or loves soft skin or very soft skin. Do you like soft skin? I'm going to touch my own skin. I like my soft skin. When I think about you, I touch myself. Oh. Okay, so I'm not going to get racy, although you're making me feel saucy. Capricorn, who are you? Pace yourself. All right. Love is calling for quiet introspection and patience, and your guidance is clear. Okay, so ignite your passion and step boldly into new. Spirit says you've built the mountain. Now it's time to climb higher. But you need to take a break because you've been a very good boy or a good little girl. Let's get some romance, angels. Because this didn't turn into a flippin' crime hour. I'm going to have to go shut that window. My goodness, the winds of change are here. Okay, so let's do something fun for you, Capricorn. I love you guys, and you make me think of my daddy. I loved my father very much, and he loved me. He thought I was amazing. He told me once that I was more beautiful than my mother, which is a lot because he thought my mother was beautiful. He adored my mother. Somebody's divorced. All right. Oh, okay. Sorry. I've got 2 cards for you. I've got stay optimistic about your love life. Okay. So for those of you that are in relationships that are, you'd know if this is your relationship, if it's one that's pretty good, but it's kind of stressful at times. This card says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. All right. Now that could be for the singles. I'm feeling that singles. But it could be that someone who isn't married and is in a relationship, or somebody could suddenly be proposed to, because I've got the wedding card and these are very Victorian people. It says this situation involves marriage. I may have a Brit who's on the brink of marriage. Maybe he's looking for his Elizabeth. God rest her. She was an amazing human being. I know that there are many countries that feel, why am I talking about this with you? A certain way because of colonialism and so many things. 3 of Cups in reverse. Somebody's kicking someone out of relationship if there's one too many in there, and I want to stop looking at this. But the past is the past, isn't it, Capricorn? And it is gone now. Let's get to your charms. And they call it totally.
Ma fede fulmina e le tue.
All right, Capricorn, here we go. We're going to get hands way down deep in there. Oh. With that, I'm such a baby about my hands, but they can be very painful at times. All right. I've got Hermione Granger's cauldron. That's part of her magic set of toys. Now, I don't know. I won't be able to find the other toy that makes the fire pop out, but let's set this aside. All right, for your second charm or toy or whatever. All right. Ooh. Okay. So I have one die from the California Hotel in Las Vegas. And this one has been played. The serial number on it is 0346. The numbers 0346 could be meaningful. The orientation, the way I picked it up and looked at it, the numbers 5 and 4, and obviously the 1 at the top. 5 4 0 3 4 6 4 5 6. Something's happening. All right, let's get another one. I know that sounds very vague to say something's happening. Something's happening right now. Something's happening all the time. Things are always happening, but I'm thinking of the numbers on their sequence. All right. Okay. How many are in here? I've got a packet of salon pus. These are pain relieving patches. Stiff neck, sore shoulder, backache. Do you have stiff neck, sore shoulder? Says fold twice and store in the box after opening. This is like a full package. Why is it in there? Oh, that lovely mentholatum. Ooh. Okay. So, let's read. All right. This reminds me of when my son says, a packet of crisps. All right. So, let's read this together. So, you do that. My cat is going to tear up a cardboard box that came from a shipment. So with the cauldron, I don't feel that there are a ton of people doing ugly black magic to my collective again or to my Capricorn again. I don't suggest anybody dibble dabble in low vibrational arts, okay? I don't try to control anyone. Hope that no one ever tries to control you. We don't want to do, oh my gosh, why do I want to say love spells? You don't want anybody that you have to control or that you have to get under control. I don't know, why does this feel like a love reading? Or I didn't even mean to say love reading because this is a charm reading. R. Maybe the letter R is significant to you. Well, the letter H could be significant because Hermione's H is on the back of this. I just noticed that. This is so cute. Hermione was a good witch. So if you know a witch, maybe she's a good witch. I don't know. I don't like, you know what I mean? You guys get it. But you don't also want to be in a relationship with somebody trying to control you, dictate your life, tell you what to do, how to do it. If you're going into a relationship, I did give you romance angels there. If you're going into a relationship, you could be leaving a relationship where you were being controlled or felt suffocated or questioned all the time. Like, where did you go? What did you do? Why are you doing it? Who are you calling? Let me look at your phone. What is that? That's not even a relationship, because a relationship is based on trust, isn't it? So you have to hope to God that the next person that you selected, that you are in a relationship with, isn't, gosh, I remember somebody using a term on me once. He said, there's a thing called micro cheating. Oh my gosh, there's something wrong with your micro brain. If you're already thinking about micro cheating and you really haven't even started a relationship with me, what is wrong already? Red flag, right? We got red dice. So, don't let anybody put you in a situation like that. If you have to act like that, if you feel that way, if you feel insecure about something, then talk about that. But don't berate the next person. So this is significant for somebody. Micro cheating my ass. All right. So for the dice, okay, we've got one die. Someone's going to take a gamble. I think it's on love or relationship. Could be obviously finances or a job or any number of things, but somebody might like to gamble. Take a risk, take a calculated risk. Know when you can take the risk. Some risks are too risky. Redundancy. But if you take a risk and if you remain present and aware, you should know or find at every juncture. Let me get my hands out of here. Every step of the way, whether things are okay or not. That's why it's better to just go slow. And that doesn't mean just like jumping into the sack. Don't do that. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Mucho take it easy. But also, like, if you're going to embark on a relationship, don't just suddenly announce, I'm moving to New Zealand to be with you. Maybe somebody lives in New Zealand. Maybe somebody wants to travel to New Zealand. Just remember that not everybody can be trusted just because you believe that for all intents and purposes, they should be trustworthy. What if I'm an axe murderer? What if the next person is going to lock you behind a gate and you're never going to see the light of day? You see what I'm saying? You've got to remain present and then take calculated steps and to pace yourself. And with the with the pain relieving Salam Pass packages available at your local drugstores. Somebody, I mean, obviously, I can say somebody might be having back pain. Somebody could be experiencing lower back pain. Pain in the extremities, I don't know. But maybe somebody was trying to control you, was just literally a pain in the ass. God forgive me. There's a name on here. Hisamitsu. Maybe somebody's Japanese, maybe somebody's Chinese, somebody could be Asian. Somebody could be from New Jersey. You could be in America. Okay. I think this is what I want to say. Okay, we're going to leave all this in here. I will photograph them, obviously. Okay, I know the collective loves to hear this. Somebody could have been trying to do some wacky wired. Yes, somebody could have been doing some kind of wacky, wired, and weird magics to you, okay? And whether you believe it in or not, I mean, like when there are some people that can be very convincing. Spells are words. When people gossip about you, speak ill of you, or just, give you that evil eye. If you're not grounded, centered, and in what for me, call my Christ consciousness, I mean, I'm constantly attached to Jesus because I have seen too much and I know him. It doesn't matter, you insert deity here, replace with faith, stay grounded and centered and in your divine grace. How about that? Take a gamble on something. This would be a time that I would take a gamble on something. If I was going to take a gamble and I get this combination, I don't know about the Salon Pass pain relieving patch, but this would be the time that I would do it. Okay, so say you want to approach a man or a woman. I don't know. Some women like to approach men. I mean, I've done it before in the past when I was much younger. I don't do that now. No empress is going to go chasing after a man. Okay. You show up and show me what you want to show me. Okay. Who are you? That's the way that I would say it. I still feel like somebody's ex was a big pain in the ass. That's what I'm going to say. Take a chance. Look, I'll roll the dice for you. 5. That means change. Love you guys.